Okay, last time I discussed P90X, which actually takes roughly about an hour to an hour and a half, 6 to 7 days a week to get the full benefit of it. You can go up to 2 hours if you really, really want to get some absolutely insane results that they show in the commercials. But you're probably thinking, I really don't have, like, essentially an hour to an hour and a half every day to work out. Well, that's good. Because they've also made what's referred to as 10-minute trainer. You're probably thinking, okay, what can you actually do in 10 minutes? It's a combination of 5 different routines. You have total body, which actually, I'll be honest, they give you a resistance band. The heavy is 20, the light is 10 pounds. And you do essentially a full body workout in approximately 10 minutes. It says 10 minutes, you're actually working out for 10 minutes, but with the downtime and going to different moves, it's more like 12 and a half minutes. So total body, you work a little of everything. You've got your basic, some different sort of shoulder presses while standing on one foot, so it works on your shoulders, as well as your core, and works on your legs a little bit. So you get a nice, decent full body workout. You also get a little bit of cardio with that because you go from you're going from one motion to the next one. There's almost no downtime. So you'd be going from, something like concentration curls where you hold one arm steady with the band constantly pulling down, and then do 8 reps, switch, then a little bit faster, and then you'll go from that right to another move. It might be like tricep kickbacks into the throw, and you'll do that one after another. So your first time through, it's kind of rough because you don't know what's going to happen next, but you can progress through pretty fast. You also have a cardio one. The cardio one requires you essentially to put your band through a door adapter. And it's some basic, it's like leg drills, you can get, as long as if you can push yourself out to as far as you can away from your door to get max resistance from the bands, it actually works pretty well. You also have this really heavy duty kind of like a lab strap as well. You also have lower body. Lower body is essentially a bunch of different forms of, squats and lunges. It does a pretty decent job. You also have abs. The 10-minute ab one on this is so different from the AbRipper X. You'll do a lot of things like you'll be in a secondary plank position while essentially pulling your knees in. So you'll be doing almost, not quite like chaturanga obliques, but you're doing things around that sort of thing. So it's different in that it's not as much high impact as you do from like the AbRipper X for P90X, but it's still pretty difficult to do. And if you can get through it, you'll develop some pretty decent abs in about 10 minutes. The last one, of course, is Yoga Flex. I absolutely love the Yoga Flex one. That's what it is. It's lots of stretching with some basic yoga thrown in. And you do it in 10 minutes, by the time you're done, you feel like $1,000,000. Now, of course, the premise behind this is you don't just do one. You can do one if you want to, but they recommend doing more like 2 or 3. So with this system, you're looking at probably doing something closer to about 10 to 30 minutes of actual working out. So once you factor in the time it takes for this to load up and to go through and your downtime, 45 minutes, 50 minutes to do three different routines, depending on if it's on the same disc or not. And it's a pretty decent like starter. On the days I can't do P90X, if I'm not entirely wasted and just beaten to death, I'll actually toss in a 10-minute trainer. And if I could wake up and feel more rejuvenated in the morning, I would probably do the 10-minute Yoga Flex every day. Because you're looking at decent hamstring stretches, a little bit with your back, with your cat camel and child's pose. You also get a decent amount of your upper body twisting, a great torso twist. So if you're thinking about just kind of getting started, you don't have a lot of time, this was actually a pretty good starter. Or if you already kind of have a workout routine, but you don't always feel like going to the gym, 10-minute trainer works pretty good, get yourself started. Or if you're kind of running low on time, or if you're already doing something else, for the person who's crunched for time, roughly 10-15 minutes, you can get a pretty decent workout from it. Only from a 10-15 minute time frame. Now, of course, I've done P90X, which is amazing. 10-minute trainer is a very solid program. Next week, I'll be reviewing, I think his name is Alejandro's, it's also from Beachbody.com. And that is Brazilian butt lift.